Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. This right here is exactly what I'm talking about, friends. I'm not the greatest, most coherent speaker on the planet, I'm okay. But when it comes to very specific choice of words and imagery, sometimes I'm really not sure if I'm really getting the point across properly, or if I'm really creating the proper image in people's minds. And so sometimes I might be a little bit insecure and I might be thinking like, man, am I making it to the best ability that I possibly can? I hope I am. But sometimes a little bit of help doesn't hurt. I've been talking so much about how I think the RNC or the GOP is just dirt tier when it comes to campaigning. I mean, absolute garbage level. And it's why I made the point in a video yesterday that the problem isn't Donald Trump, the problem is the GOP. Donald Trump is almost like the only hope, to be completely honest. Because what made Donald Trump so excellent was his ability to really create a package, a political messaging package that he could sell to an audience, sell to Americans, and people were buying it. That, of course, drives votes. And the RNC without Donald Trump is hopeless. Completely and utterly hopeless. And I've been trying to make this point and I've been hoping that other people are seeing it the same way that I'm seeing it. And today it seems as though I might finally have confirmation that other people are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. I got this tweet from the Columbia Bugle, which expresses the exact same sentiment that I've been feeling and trying to express. And so I'm going to use this tweet, I'm going to use this example to further make the point. Like I said, sometimes you need a little bit of help to make the point that you're trying to make. And hopefully we can continue to hammer it home, continue to voice this very necessary criticism against the conservative establishment, because it's absolutely necessary to get this stuff right if you want to even stand a chance, at defeating the new liberal world order. We've got some stuff to get into. Let me show you guys what's going on. Let's continue to hammer this point. So of course, let's roll the tape. All right, friends, this right over here is exactly what I mean. Take a look at this from the Columbia Bugle. RNC Research puts out this tweet. Must watch. 20 times Joe Biden lied about being a civil rights activist. And they post a video like this. I'll show you guys maybe 10-15 seconds.
When I marched in the civil rights movement, I did not march with a 12-point program. I marched with tens of thousands of others to change attitudes. And we changed attitudes.
He lied to voters, according to the New York Times, quoting aides of Biden's, about having marched in the civil rights movement.
I got involved in the civil rights movement.
I got involved in desegregated movie theaters. They organized voter registration drives. From the time I got involved as a high school kid in the civil rights movement.
And my reaction is like, come on, we get it. Joe Biden lies about everything. I mean, in Uncle Joe's mind, he's like second to Martin Luther King. The guy's a complete nutcase. We get it, but this is passé. It's old news. Calling Joe Biden on his Nelson Mandela lie, proving that he was a total liar when he claimed that he marched for civil rights, had little to no impact during the election season. Nobody cared. They said, oh, it's just Uncle Joe being Uncle Joe. This is not a winning campaign message, except this is what RNC Research is doing. This and 5-second little gaffe videos of Joe Biden. You notice, I don't even cover Joe Biden gaffe videos anymore because who cares? Ahead of an important election, Joe Biden gaffes are completely irrelevant. But this is all the RNC does, and Columbia Bugle responds with, don't care. Start running an America First agenda or you're going to get a rude awakening in November. He is absolutely correct, and this is the exact sentiment that I have been feeling. The GOP establishment is lost. They do not know how to run a campaign. They don't know how to pick and target specific issues. Why are we talking about Joe Biden LARPing as a social rights activist? It's not the key to victory. You know what the key to victory is? Drumroll, please. You guessed it. Donald Trump's platform. And we know that because Donald Trump's platform's incredibly popular. Why is the RNC not investing millions upon millions of dollars to further promote this agenda? It's a winning agenda. I challenge you to go on RNC Research Twitter handle or on any official GOP social media page and use the Control F function, try to find a single mention of the words America First, and it does not exist. You would think that the GOP and the RNC would be promoting the campaign slogans of their de facto leader, Donald Trump, but of course they aren't. In fact, they don't even mention Donald Trump. He doesn't even exist. They spend more time promoting ridiculous Joe Biden clips than they do promoting their own clear political leader. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Joe Biden just got completely embarrassed by OPEC. After Joe Biden essentially begged the Saudis to pump more oil, now we're looking that there's further OPEC plus production cuts looming right around the corner. OPEC plus is to cut oil production targets by 100,000 barrels per day for the month of October. Why is is the GOP not running on a clear campaign that Donald Trump was right? Remember in the previous video where I spoke about this topic, I said that even Michael J. Burry is doing better at promoting the GOP and Donald Trump than the RNC is. Michael J. Burry writes on Twitter, a POTUS that can be this right, blasting Germany's energy deal with Russia in 2018, and will say it when it matters to the people that need to hear it. Energy is a whole different story. Back then, the mainstream media marketed this as an attack on NATO allies. After Donald Trump and Stoltenberg get into a tense exchange at NATO summit, where Donald Trump explicitly warned them that their reliance on Russian energy could potentially be catastrophic. They laughed at him. This is a massive slam dunk campaign moment to be promoting the contrast between Donald Trump, a courageous leader who is willing to stand up and say the right thing despite the media attacks, and a failed leader in Joe Biden. But the RNC doesn't know how to make that point. In fact, they do it on purpose not to. Instead, what are they doing? Here's the infamous daily tweet from RNC Research. Joe Biden has not done an on-camera interview with an American press outlet since February 10th, 209 days ago. We get it. This is not a winning campaign issue. Why is it once again that Michael J. Burry is posting facts about Donald Trump's 2017 tax cut? Facts about the 2017 tax cut, as measured by the IRS in 2021. Lower/middle class benefited the most, with the largest percentage decline in taxes for those making less than $50,000 a year, not the billionaire tax cut that you were sold by the mainstream media puppets and their leftist masters. And of course, he posts the receipt right under. Why is it that Michael J. Burry, an institutional investor, is doing a better job at campaigning than the GOP? This is the question I keep asking. Why is the GOP constantly in self-sabotage mode, fighting against their own leader, fighting against political talking points that actually work, and spending millions upon millions of dollars on absolute nonsense and focusing on Joe Biden instead of focusing on making America great again? And what I mean is MAGA as a platform. The whole reason Donald Trump won in 2016 wasn't based off talking points of Hillary Clinton hasn't done a major press interview in 200 days. Hillary Clinton looks confused as she exits the stage after her speech. Hillary Clinton lied about her activist past. No, Donald Trump won very simply on his free trade rhetoric when it came to China, the EU, and of course, the disaster that was NAFTA. Donald Trump won on his rhetoric about the southern border. Even though he was widely attacked on it, it still generated votes. Donald Trump won on deregulation and lower taxes and bringing back manufacturing, because a country that produces nothing is a country that is doomed to fail. And now you have all of these issues plus more, winning issues, energy independence, which of course is a Donald Trump policy, but it can be used as one of the main staples of a campaign. Where's the RNC? Friggin' crickets. Or of course, school closures and lockdowns. I showed you guys Ron DeSantis' ad yesterday, and I mean, that thing just smacked. This is one of the biggest, one of the most important issues that is no longer being exploited by the GOP. You know, the pandemic wasn't so long ago. It's in very recent history for most people, or very recent memory rather, and people are feeling the economic repercussions big time, not to mention the learning repercussions and development repercussions that children are feeling. This is a clear path to victory that must be exploited by Republican candidates, and there should be millions upon millions of dollars being spent on strong campaign ads, just like the one that we saw from Ron DeSantis. But instead, what do we get? Joe Biden has not done an on-camera interview with an American press outlet since February 10th, 209 days ago. These people are useless. And this is exactly why I never, and I mean never, want to hear any Republican establishment neocon ever say that Donald Trump's the problem. I mean, for Pete's sakes, the White House is currently blasting Donald Trump for the learning decline experienced over the COVID pandemic. Fox's Jeanine Pirro calls it the most egregious of gaslighting, and she's totally correct, and this right here shows just how disingenuous the Biden administration is, and you could whip this up into an absolutely savage-based campaign ad, but the GOP just doesn't know how to do it. Donald Trump's political career was carried off of his own pack, his own fundraising, his own talking points and speeches, and his own absolutely savage campaign ads. We've covered so many of them. The GOP is a big fat zero. He carried them to victory, and they are completely clueless without him, and here they are actively betraying him. It's a disgrace because they're not only betraying Donald Trump, they're betraying you, and that is an unforgivable sin within the realm of politics. Hopefully I'm continuing to make this point and I'm making it clearly, and hopefully you guys see where I'm coming. And this is why in my mind it's an absolute must that Donald Trump must run again in 2024. But that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel if you're up for it. I'm gonna get back to work. Thanks for watching, friends, and I will see you on the next one.